Yo, JSF here. How y'all doing? So taking a little break from messing with Fusion and trying to learn because his combos are all wonky as hell and oh man, that execution. But anyway, messing around with some other characters in training mode. I might end up playing a little Scorpion. I don't know, not a lot, maybe a little. But I was messing with him in training mode, and I got to thinking, and I remember this old tweet. Well, it's not too old. It was probably what, a couple weeks ago. A tweet Deoxys had. For those of you who may not know, Deoxys is a pro player for this game. I believe top 8 at Evo. I think top 8 at Combo Breaker. Really good player. Dude's pretty cool too. Shout out Deoxys. So his tweet was, does anyone else agree that Sub should be redesigned somehow, as in Sub-Zero? Completely take away his overhead low mix-up and give him a better down one, make back one a mid, make forward 2-4 safe. Am I the only one that feels this way? It will make him less scrubby, but also give him better neutral tools. So obviously this isn't Sub-Zero, this is Scorpion. But I agreed with him when he put that tweet up. I don't know what made me think about it today, but I was just thinking about it while I was looking at Scorpion, and I was like, I think he's another character, like Kung Lao, right? Remember the characters I said, fucking, we hate fighting against, and there are other characters like Aaron Black, characters like Jax are annoying as hell to fight against, Kang, it's a lot of characters, right? But there's some characters that I think can be like redesigned. I think Kung Lao should be too, and maybe I'll make a video about him one day. But I understand Scorpion to an extent. Like I played him a little bit. Like if I happen to pick Scorpion in a match, I know you know what I mean. I know how to use him a little bit. Like, you know, I have a little bit of a grasp of the character. Like I can play. I'm not I'm not lost in the character. So I was thinking about Scorpion and like looking at his moves and what he has and what he doesn't have, etc. And I was like, how could he be redesigned, right? Because I agree that some characters should be redesigned. Sub-Zero is one of them. His down one should be made better. His whole mix gimmick should be taken the fuck away. But some of these characters are kind of they kind of fall victim to their design, right? And this is why the way you design this game from the ground up at the very, very ground level is so important, because NRS does mocap, right? They do motion capture. It's where they get their movements from. If I'm not mistaken, they do motion capture, then animate over it so it looks better. But they do motion capture to get these moves, these normals. So like, if Scorpion if they didn't motion capture an uppercut for him, well, every character has an uppercut, but I'm just using that as an example. Say they didn't motion capture a roundhouse kick for him, he's not gonna have a roundhouse kick. Like if they didn't motion capture 3 punches in a row, he's not gonna have a 1-1-1 string or 1-1-2 string. You know what I mean? Like it won't work that way. Like, so they need to, from the ground level, I think they should probably even, if they don't already, do extra stuff that they might not even use, but just to have just in case. Because, you know, certain things like this move can't be like a down 1 or down 3, right? You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like a move that's, how do I say it? This, right? See how far this move goes? This move can't be 8 frames. It would be broken as hell. You know what I mean? It would be broke. So like, you gotta design from the beginning, right? You gotta get it right. That way when you have a move like this, is obviously a low poke. This can't be, you know, it has to be a certain way because of the structure of the game. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. I want to just make it make sense. So like, when characters typically have longer range moves, they're typically a little bit slower, and that's just kind of how it goes. So like, Scorpion has this mid, it's 13 frames, but I think one of the ways they try to balance moves is by their range and speed, and then by how they hit like low, right? Like Scorpion has a low but it's 16 frames. Sub-Zero has a low but it's 13 frames. Spawn has a low but it's 12 frames, right? I don't think they want to make anything that's a low too fast. They don't want to give that one character like, well, Shang Tsung has a 10 frame low actually. But, you know, it's not something that's very common in this game, right? You know, Scorpion has this move. It almost reaches from round start. It's 14 frames. I don't think they want it to be faster than that. But the problem with this, it's not a bad idea to design that way, right? Like if I'm going to give you a move that has this kind of range and is a hit confirmable combo starter, it's going to be at least 14 frames. I understand that, but the problem is, like I always say, in this game, if you don't have stagger pressure, plus frames, strike throw game, you're really not able to like compete with the top tiers. That's what they're gonna do to you. They're gonna do that to you to death. And then there are characters who can do that and then can still play the mid-range game, right? They can still play this game, so they can do it. And like Scorpion isn't the best mid-range character in the game. He's got some stuff, but he ain't the best at it. You know what I mean? And the thing about it that causes the problem, and this is partially why Scorpion is so annoying to fight, that his mid-range game isn't the greatest. His defense against being like pressured and mashed on isn't the best. So a lot of Scorpion players just play around the down one, you know, the down one, the walk back, and the teleport, and like that's it. And I think if you make his teleport more unsafe, because look at this stupid shit, -20 and -14, that's really fucking dumb. Make that worse and make his like game up close mid-range game a little better. He will be more tolerable to fight against. Shit, make spear worse, I don't care. You don't have to make it more startup, but like make it more unsafe on blocks, make it more unsafe on whiff. Like discourage people from using this over and over and over and over. Discourage that, you know what I mean? Like, or you can leave it the same on block, but make it horrible on whiff to the point where, like, if I'm ducking and he throws out a spear, he should have double the amount of time that he has now. I mean, half the amount of time. I don't know how to say that right. It should be twice as slow on whiff, is what I want to say. But I think, like, at first I was thinking, you know, make 4-4, like 12 frames, 10 frames. But I'm like, you need an 11 frame mid, or you know, or maybe a little faster, but you can get by with an 11 frame. And Scorpion already has his 13 frame, which is really good. But he doesn't like, this isn't 13 frames isn't fast enough if they're in your face, right? If it's like mashing and shit going on, they down one, you want to go into your fast mid because it's gonna eat whatever they're mashing out, right? It'll eat them down one, down three, whatever they're mashing if they're not blocking. If they do a down one, they're -3, -4. You go into a 9, 10, 11 frame mid, there's a good chance you're gonna smack them out of it. Now, if they are -4 and you have an 11 frame mid and they have a 7 frame down one, you know, it's tricky. It gets close. It gets, you know what I mean? It gets real close. And then it'll probably trade. But if you have like a 10 frame, you're pretty much beating that out clean. Save Terminator, Aaron Black, Sub-Zero have 6 frame down ones. But it makes you more of a threat in the up close game, right? And like that's part of his game that he's missing. I know he has like this little +2 shit. That's +3, but like when you're +3 and your best mid is 14 frames, hit confirmable mid, hit confirmable is 14. That means it's coming out at 11, and they can poke like you know what I mean. You don't really have to respect it. So like I think I think his teleport should be nerfed. When I say that, I know how to defend against a teleport. I'm not salty about Scorpion. I'm not saying it because I lose. No, I'm just trying to redesign the character because I think this will make him a lot more tolerable, a lot more skill-based, and a lot more fun to play, honestly. Like, I think this will make him more interesting than just maniac-ass Scorpion teleporting everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, his jump 2's good. Imagine him having a good mid to go into. Like I think this back one, they should slightly nerf the range, slightly, just because like it can hit from like here, right? Well, almost. Damn, there, and it's like further than it's further than like other characters fast mid, right? He's got a little more range than Kung Lao's, and Kung Lao's is 10 frames, you know. Other characters is the same. He's got a little more range than Joker's forward one. But I think this should be slightly nerfed the range and make it 11 frames. Maybe 10 frames. Maybe make it like Kung Lao's. Or maybe make it, let's say 11 frames. Because then he has a respectable mid button. So when you do something that's -5, he can go into an 11 frame mid and you gotta hold that. You know what I mean? And if you don't, it's hit confirmable. So if I hit you, boom, I combo. And if I don't hit you, cool. String is -5. I'm safe. You know, as it should be. I think every character should have a hit confirmable mid string that's safe on block. Very minus, but safe. Like -5, -6, -7. unsafe. I mean, minus but safe, and like that would give him some counterplay to, you know, all this shit. Well, sorry I keep doing that. It's an accident. It would give him some counterplay on getting like mashed on and shit, and give him a mid range. Like he already has 4-3, right? So he already can do this. That's good. He's got a little bit of strike throw in him, and then back one. And when I say nerf teleport, I don't just mean fucking this teleport, right? I guess it seems like that because that's the variation I have. I just like that costume. That's random moves. I just like that costume. But when I say nerf his teleport, I mean his cancel. I mean nerf teleport on hit too, or attack too. I definitely mean nerf that. But I mean nerf the cancel too. Make the cancel worse. I don't think this should be a high level tactic. I think it should be a gimmick. Like, it can have some value at high level, but it shouldn't be the high level gameplay. Like, this teleport should be fine. This teleport can stay exactly the same. The one where you just retreat, like what I see some Scorpion players do, right? This, and then if it's blocked, boom, you go back here where you're safe, right? You throw that out, it's -10, it's unsafe, right? If it gets blocked, well, you're teleporting regardless. But if it gets blocked, if you can hit confirm that into that because you can see that it didn't get hit, that it didn't hit, perfect. Keep it. That's great. That means you're working. You're doing a mental, like, your mental, and it recovers way too fucking fast. Like, just look at it. But it means you're thinking, right? I have no problem with having something that is good or safe or something like that if you have to use your brain to use it. It's not something you can just throw the fuck out, because as it stands now, teleport cancel is pretty much completely safe. You can punish him, you can poke him or whatever, you can hit him, but it's not like how Scarlet's teleport was before the patch, or maybe Collector's, where if you're waiting on it and you see it coming, you can punish them as soon as they teleport. It wasn't like that. It's not like that. It's different. And like, I don't know, I think it should be like those teleports, because his teleport is an attack and a cancel. It gets a luxury that they don't have. Like, they can just teleport to get away or to get behind you or whatever. He can do it, or he can kill you. So yeah, it should take defensive meter. Yeah, it should be less safe because it's a better teleport. But it's basically these ideas that I have is just to design him in a way that doesn't play specifically around gimmicks, right? The teleport's a fucking gimmick. We all know that he has the teleport. We all know the teleport's unsafe on block. We all know that the high you can duck. It, like, if you're using it outside of combos, if you're using teleport in neutral, it's gimmicks. It's like, it doesn't guarantee a throw. Now, you can teleport on reaction to something and read and punish it. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. If you make a read or you react to, you know, them whiffing something, you teleport punish them, cool. That's a whiff punish. It's not a footsies based whiff punish. You know, it's not a spacing whiff punish, but it's a whiff punish. You deserve that. That is fine. I will never complain at a Scorpion player for whiff punishing, but when you motherfuckers are jumping around doing whatever you want to do and can automatically whiff punish at, you know, in 20 frames, no matter what, like, no, that's not fair. It's not okay. Like, that should be nerfed. That should be worse. But yeah, that's just some of the ideas I have when I get bored. I just think about stuff like this, and I look at characters and, you know, kind of examine them and see what they are, why they are the way they are. And I think these characters, I don't want to say Scorpion's poorly designed, because he's not. Scorpion's design in this game is pretty cool, but it's just he just needs to be tweaked. That's why I'm just saying make this an 11 frame mid, like, so he can have that string that everybody has, right? Like, Joker has his 11 frame mid string that's -4 on block and special cancelable, hit confirmable all day. Frost has back one, her hit confirmable mid string is -7 on block with pushback. You know what I mean? And this string is already -5. I just think this button should be a little, back one should be a little faster, and it doesn't need to be -14 on block. Like, what the fuck is that about? If you're gonna make the second hit negative, fine. It shouldn't be -17. Like, it doesn't need to be that unsafe. If you want to make it unsafe, cool, I guess. But like, he shouldn't. You know, I don't think he needs to die for doing this, or for doing back one. You know. But I know that he has for it too is a stagger string, so this doesn't need to be like -4, -3 because that's the whole reason he has this. You know what I mean? And it has the crush and blow on it too. So I understand that, but I don't think you should die for doing a back one. Like, make him die for doing a teleport, not this. Because the way he's designed, it's like you encourage him to teleport. You want him to keep doing the shit. And we don't want to deal with that. Scorpion is... I don't want to say that. How do I say this? I don't want to say never been designed around a teleport, but like, he's always had it as like his combo launcher, or you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But his whole game plan in neutral wasn't teleport. It wasn't fuck neutral, I'm a teleport. Like, that wasn't how you played the character. And that just wasn't. Like, I kind of don't even like that the teleport cancel exists because it makes people just fucking feel free to just do it. You know what I mean? And like online is worse. I like this though. I like the backwards teleport. That I have zero problems with. That's totally cool. That was in MKX. It was completely in MKX. And I think he had a teleport cancel like this too, but it looked different. It wasn't like almost exactly the same or as fast. Like, he can move so quickly after, like, he can literally teleport into buttons. Like, by the time you realize he's teleported, he can already be doing shit. It's like Raiden. And Raiden's teleport doesn't even cost meter, but it can't hit you. But I just don't like the trend of teleports that are super safe and I can mash after. Like, I should never be able to teleport and hit buttons before you. Or if my teleport is an attack, cool, but if I read it or I block it, it should be punishable. Stop with this bullshit of make it a high, just duck it, you can punish it. No, because he can EX it, so my window to punish it, even if I read the high, is not always great. Like, you know what I mean? Just make it I don't mind that it's a high, that's obviously a nerf, which is okay, but like, that's not a fix, you know what I mean? It's a chain, it's a lateral move. Like, why don't you just nerf the move instead of doing something weird, making it a gimmicky punish? Like Jackie's dash punch to be a -7 on block, right? Why? Oh, it's high, you can duck it. So what? Any move that's gonna fly me across, any move that gets me from right here, look where I'm at on the screen, look at this shit, look where I'm at on the screen. Any special move in the game that gets me from here to here in one button command should be -30 on block. All of them. But I'm probably repeating myself. I say that a lot because I really want this game to be tweaked and fixed. Like, Fujin has a fucking infinite. There's a lot fucking wrong with this game. I'm kind of glad that happens though, because like, it kind of shows you like why I make these videos ranting and saying the shit that I'm saying, because I know that they're not testing this game. I know it. I know that like everything in this game is not as well thought out as it seems, or it should be. It's not as well tested, well thought out, and there's a lot of things. Like, it took them over a year to make Shao Kahn's 434 special cancelable, when people have been saying that for a year damn near. Like us, the community is literally telling them how to design their game, and like, that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? That's how it works. Like, NRS listens to, I know I'm not an influencer, I'm not a pro player, but I'm gonna make Elder God this season, by the way, and now it's on wax, so I have to do it. But I'm gonna make Elder God for the first time in Combat League. I'm gonna actually try. I've gotten the guy rank a few times, but some seasons I don't even play that much. But I ain't got shit else to do, man. I'm gonna make Elder God just to prove my point. But anyway, what do y'all think? Do y'all like these type of videos? Because I can do one for Sub-Zero. If I think about Kung Lao, I probably can do one for him too. But apparently Kung Lao has always been like this. Do you know that? Oh my god, Kung Lao has always been this fucked up. Since MK2, he's had a teleport, a dive kick, all the stupid shit. He's been Bird Lao. I think he needs a fucking Street Fighter 5 kitten redesign, or what's a better example of a character that got drastically redesigned? Fuck, I don't know, man, but he needs some work. But yeah, I can do some other videos like this, but only if y'all like it and y'all want to see it. I'm just trying to do different types of videos, you know what I mean? I mean, like, because when I made the Fujin Infinite video, I think I was the first one to put that up, but like, you know, everybody's gonna make a Fujin Infinite video. And I don't want to just be like another NRS or MK YouTuber with the same exact content as everybody else. I mean, obviously we're gonna talk about some of the same things because, you know, when something happens in the community or in the game, we all gonna talk about it. So that's gonna happen. But I want there to be like, you know, some different shit in my content. I want there to be a reason for people to watch. Like, if I make the same exact videos as everybody else, why would somebody watch my channel? You know what I mean? But I do think my opinions vary, and they're typically very different from other people, which is why the NRS community hated me years ago. Because my opinions are different, and I be right, and they don't want to tell me. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I'm just saying, I like doing stuff like this, because I like thinking about shit. If you haven't noticed, I play characters that have to think, and I like using my brain, or I'm gonna use it regardless. So I like thinking about design and fighting games and shit like this, because like I've said in a couple of videos, I want to make my own fighting game one day. So these ideas I have are not for nothing, you know what I mean? But anyway, I don't want to talk y'all heads off. Appreciate y'all for watching. Anybody that has liked, that has followed, that has commented, I appreciate you. If anybody else likes the content I make, please hit the subscribe button. That's just so I know that y'all fuck with me. Basically, that's why I used to always say, if I get 100 subscribers, I'll take making videos seriously. And since I did, I've been really trying to. But like, because if you go out of your way, like subscribing to me says you went out of your way, that like you like the shit. So I'm like, okay, cool. So you like what I'm doing. I want to make sure I do it right. I want to make sure I do good content. You know what I mean? I want to make sure y'all enjoy the video. So I hope you do. If you got any suggestions, feel free to let me know. I am all ears to any suggestions. I am not insecure or gonna get defensive or get mad at you for giving me feedback. I appreciate the feedback, man. Even if you say, hey, your videos suck, I'm like, damn, why you say that? What makes you think that? You know what I mean? Like, let me pick your brain. I post these videos so y'all can hear what I'm thinking. Let me hear what you think. So anyway, y'all stay safe. Y'all have a good one. JSF, I'm out of here once again. Subscribe for more content.